All right, we've got David Catan with us again. David, what is the next thing that they run into after they start training people?
Okay, so I have this district leader, and how do I keep them in, keep them growing, so I don't have to keep starting over, and I can continue to grow.
You know, we call them district leaders in our business, but it's kind of like any kind of assistant manager you'd have in any business. These are business problems that are common in all. And so the question is how to keep the new manager working. Is that it?
Yes.
Well, I guess growing. Basically
growing, right.
Yeah.
I'll have to start over.
And so you're saying that this is an issue that a lot of your new office managers are running into. It took them a while to learn they had to go beyond just selling with people to actually helping turning them into team captain type things and get them all the way fully qualified for management. That took quite a while. Is that right?
That's right.
And the fact of getting that message across really has kind of fueled your growth this year, wouldn't you say? Because, I mean, your numbers are doubling and tripling and quadrupling.
Yes, that's correct.
So, but now it's running into another problem. Is that what you're saying? It's like, well, yeah, they're building managers, you know, pat us all in the back. We've got a bunch of new rookie managers they train, but now we're running into the problem is how do you keep these guys from disappearing once you produce them? Is that the issue?
Right. Keep them from, you know, having to leave. They leave, you now spend 2 months with them, you got them up to a certain production level, and then if they leave, you got to start all over again.
So you spend 2 months, or a month, or 3 months, or whatever, and finally, ta-da, you got him. We're so happy. We have a brand new baby manager. I'm so happy. Now you have gone from yourself, you have doubled, right? You got yourself and one other. And you're just happy as you can be. Business is going up, hitting new numbers. But then you come back in another month or two, and where is he? Right? He's just kind of like evaporated.
Right.
So all of a sudden he's not there anymore. So how can you prevent this happening? That's our question?
Yes, how do you prevent that from happening?
So that's the question. How do you keep them growing? And that's a good way of looking at the answer. That kind of sets up the answer, because the answer would be in the area of, first of all, you've got to know, first thing that comes to my mind is this is in the grow or die category. And rookie managers think they don't understand this principle. They don't understand it applies to them. So what you're seeing happen when these guys disappear and evaporate is because the original training manager thought his job was done once he helped them get up promoted. The error is all with the new manager. And they think, I had a baby, you know, and so my work is done. You know, I can go back and I can put my attention on building some other people or doing other selling or working. But got him up to district. I stayed with him. I carried him up there. I did everything for them. He's alive. He's doing well. My work is done. Well, just like with a baby, if you neglect them, if you neglect their development, they die. Because new managers are dumber than mud. They got to learn all the stuff you learned. They don't know what they don't know. See, they're doing at their position what you're doing at your position, and that is they're dumbing themselves to death, you know, and not on purpose. You know, a lot of them are highly trained, brilliant, highly motivated, disciplined people. They just don't know what they don't know. So you have to stay with them. And it's like this, you know, you teach a kid to throw a football, you still got to make sure he comes to practice. You make him quarterback, you know, you develop preseason, the training, you get him up, but he's going to be your starting quarterback. Well, you still have practice during the week. You still check on him. You still explain things to him. You're still all over it because he doesn't know what it's like to be. He might be great. He might be the best kid on your team at throwing a football, but he doesn't know what it is like to start a game, to get ahead, how to continue to keep everybody focused and staying on track so they can finish the game with momentum. They don't know that if you don't keep the pressure on in the game when you get ahead, then you let the other team get up and score once or twice, and they might come back and wipe you out, and you can't get that initial momentum going. You know, they don't know what it is to get on a winning streak or a losing streak and keep it going, or to turn things around. How to handle things when things are going well, how to handle things when things are going terrible. Or when maybe they had a terrible game. So the thing is, it's the same thing with managers. There's like 100,000 things new managers don't know. And the person who can tell them that is you. So what happens is you watch them. The things that you need to do that will give them a hit, rather than making that mistake, you go in there and things you do are you continue to stay in contact with them. You stay in contact. You immediately get them focused on their next promotion. This is probably one of the bigger mistakes. See, what happened is you had a person up here, and what they did was they were going along in their life, like this is a chart, and they just had, puttering along, they worked with the manager, all of a sudden, bang, they got a promotion. You know, it's a great moment in their life. Unbelievable. Everyone's excited, proud of them. Then they go home and they find out their life hasn't really changed that much. It's because it's not the promotion you got, it's what you did with that promotion. So now what happens is it takes them a while to realize that, and while they're realizing that, they go down. And that's the time that you wind up losing them. And so these are the things that the training manager, the person, you know, who is supervising them to help them get up here, has got to be the same person who can talk to them and coach them to keep them climbing and avoid this. Either they will go down or they'll continue to go up. Why? Because it's grow or die. They will continue to grow or they'll die. So what you do is you stand in the gap. You stay in contact with them. You keep telling them success stories. You know, you get them focused. You keep them plugged in to the business. You know, you get them focused on their next promotion. You challenge them, keep them plugged in, and you keep them pushing to break records, because that's how they're going to get their promotion. You know, when you're young, you think, I got a promotion, unbelievable, my life has changed forever. They're going to back a Brinks truck up to my door every morning now that I've got that new promotion. Then you find out now that new promotion, nobody's aware you got a promotion. The world's not rejoicing. The Brinks trucks have not put you on their delivery list. You got to go out and use that promotion. The only difference is, now, like if you're up here, see, if this guy up here, while he was working and building up here like that, every app he sent in with a company, he got paid a certain percent. Now he makes more. But if he doesn't continue to send in more stuff to the company, he makes zero. Well, new managers don't understand that. They think I got a title, somehow it's all going to work out. So you got to stay in contact. You got your promotion. Now's the time for you to get paid for your promotion. Now's the time to make your promotion, to validate that promotion, to make it worthwhile, to make it pay off for you. It doesn't pay off for you until you sit in business after you got the promotion. And the thing is, now the best way for them to do that, plus they've got people with them now, they got a few people on their team, they can multiply, they can dream of doing numbers that they would never do on their own because they have people. Now they're in management. New expectations. Just telling them once is not going to give them. It's just like growing your child. You know, you got to give them time. They develop on their own schedule, but you got to keep an eye on them. You got to be difference maker. You stay in contact. You keep patting them on the back. You find things that they're doing right, and you recognize them for it. You keep them focused on the next promotion. Keep them focused on the next meetings and how they can get ahead, you know. And you keep pushing them to break records, because what that does is keep them making more money. And one thing about it is, when you make more money, you don't quit. All right, David, that's the answer to that one. And do you like that?
I love it.
Okay, I guess what happens is when you're caught in the situation, so many of these guys, you're caught in this situation here, you think it's going to happen all by itself. When you get over here, the more mature manager realizes, no, I've got to make it happen. These are things I've got to keep my hands on. See, I had my hands on to getting promoted. Now I can't move into a mode where I just let him drift. I've got to keep my hands on him right there. I'm still in charge. I'm still the leader. I still got to be the difference maker. And that's what it comes down to. Well, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you. That was great. I can't wait to get a copy of that.